How's it going, everybody? McBilly Boy back for another video. We're doing Diablo 2 with my best friend Chris. Hey Chris, why don't you...
All right,
Yeah.
Chris here. I run my own YouTube channel as well. I just recently finished doing my my Final Fantasy VII New Threat run, and pretty soon I'll be starting to upload some videos for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So that's what I'm currently doing.
Yeah, he's been up to a lot too. So let's get this gameplay on the road here. We already cleared the sewers and we're just going to continue on.
So right now I'm playing a paladin that's going to be going the Holy Fire or Holy Bolt built and Fist of the Heavens eventually.
It's so strong.
And yeah, and with this current where I currently am, I have the Holy Fire.
Oh my god!
Lightning. So let's make sure that these guys don't do too much.
Dude, I almost died there. That's crazy. And my Amazon build, I'm going to be doing like the Jabazon, but like it takes a long time to build that up, and I don't know, it's going to take a lot of farming. Me and him are going to plan to like farm out a lot of bale runs and like, you know, the really fun stuff. And then cows, obviously. Cow runs are so good.
So did they ever fix the cow run? Like, I know that it would kind of be tied to your character, so you could only do one in the old game.
Yeah, they fixed that crap. Like, it was the Cow King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would like break your game as soon as like you would kill the king and then you couldn't do it again. And then people would freak out if you killed the king. Because they're like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore.
That's a really weird way of doing things, especially if you wanted to get the Cow King armor.
Yeah, it was stupid.
I mean, you had to kill him for it, so.
You did, right? But I don't know. They fixed it though, so now you can get the full set, which is pretty appreciative.
That lightning still hits pretty hard. I should actually heal myself up a little bit.
Oh my god, you're like gonna die
I have
here.
a bunch of mana potions, but
You're so lucky this is not hardcore.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
Oh crap.
So I can actually switch out a bunch of the spots that I have for mana potions for health ones because I have enough energy now.
Oh nice. It's good to hear. So if you shift click, you can actually put potions on your belt really fast. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Chris is not
That one I was
completely
aware of.
stupid.
Not completely, just partially.
Partially?
Well, everybody's partially stupid. Just like a teenager's. The percentage of that is much, much higher.
Yep. Everyone starts out stupid and then, you know, you get smart, right? Or
Yeah,
semi-smart.
then you become a teenager, and then you just drop down like 50 levels. Then when you hit 20, then you get a little bit smarter.
What was the saying? They're like, oh, he's got a good head on his shoulders. Like, what the hell does that even mean? A good head on his shoulders?
It means that your head's not rotting yet. Yet.
Rotting, yeah.
Yeah, my holy bolts are just completely useless right now.
Yeah, you just wait until we get into the, like, the tombs and stuff. This is such a fun game. It's such a classic. I'm so happy they remastered this and gave us exactly what we wanted. No microtransactions, no nothing. I'm so tired of that crap. Blizzard's done such bad stuff in the past. What do you think?
I think they hit the pinnacle with Diablo Immortal.
They
What
did.
the heck was that?
Look at that pile of crap, man. I can't even... Like, I have to say it. I have to.
Say what? That just is a pile of crap, or you're gonna go any further?
No, man, I can't go any further than pile of crap. Like, what else is it? What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. I think you're right. I think that's they just saw the microtransactions as a method of getting a lot more money, and
Yeah.
I can't believe there are people that were stupid enough to just pour like thousands of dollars into it.
Dude, no.
Especially
You think
since
thousands?
They're on season.
You think it was only thousands?
Per
Dude,
person.
people put $200,000 into that game. That is a down payment on a home And that is a brand new dream car. Like, who has that kind of money to just do that?
Yeah, I'm still slightly skeptical on that. Like, I know that.
No,
that
no,
was
it's real. Go look it up. I swear. I swear to you.
I know that that was estimated as the cost that it would get to get like max level items and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think I've seen any actual reports of people doing it. I just seen like, yeah, if you want to get max level stuff, you need to pour this much money into the game. But who's actually come forward and said, yeah, I
No.
put $200,000 in?
There was this streamer. Okay, I watched Asmongold. I'm not sure if you know who he is, right? But Asmongold himself wasn't doing it, but he would watch this streamer that would be pouring like 100,000 into it, and then he's like, okay, well, I got to go to 200,000 now. And then he had a problem where he couldn't go any further because he was the most powerful one, and it wouldn't let him be the immortal guy. So he wanted a refund. It was insane.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Especially considering that Diablo Immortal's on season 5 now, I think.
Season 5. Oh man.
Yeah.
No
Which
way.
means you put all that money into season 1, and it's like, all right, my guy's the most powerful, and now you've had to do it 4 more times.
Oh. No, I couldn't stomach that.
Even if money wasn't an issue, like just the thought of opening all those boxes to get the gear is such a chore.
It is such a chore. It's time gated too. So like, even if you have the money, you still have to do the rifts. You still have to go through that crap, and it could take you weeks or months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. Blizzard didn't used to do the whole time gating. Like, I think they started doing it back in Wrath of the Lich King.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, for Burning Crusade, they didn't really have the time gating. So, actually, I suppose they started in the Sunfire thing.
I don't know, Chris. I think time gating.
Week by week.
Time gating's been around for a long time. Even if you go back to the old classic World of Warcraft days, what would a raid be? You know, you couldn't do a raid more than once, right? That's time gated.
That's a little bit different because, like, I see time gating as, okay, well, you got your first wing here, and then in 3 weeks you can do the next wing, and then 3 more weeks the next wing. Stuff like that. That's what I would see time gating as.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I mean, the instance was available right from as soon as it unlocked. So it's not like, all right, it's done, but gotta wait a little while before we let you do a little bit further in to something that's already done.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. But I think they like ran with the formula a little bit, right? And just like, okay, well, we've time gated them in the old games. Let's just see if we can like monetize it and do it in a different way now. I don't know. It's not like they recreated the wheel or anything. Oh crap, my follower died. I'll be right back. Can't let him die. He's like part of our defense. I think he gives us that aura.
Yeah, he gives the prayer one, right?
No, it's the defense one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was prayer.
Thank God your character has the lightning aura, though.
Yeah, I usually switch it, like, unless I see the beetles, then
yeah,
I have the holy fire one going.
It's a good one. Oh, there's a longbow here. Do you still use the woman?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of bow is your girl using?
I think she has the longbow as well, but I'm going to quickly check and see if that one's better.
Here. Check that one out. Might be worth it.
Yeah, that is better.
Good. So if you come across any like gems and jewels and stuff, I'll take those if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay. Ooh, nice. What's this? Oh wow, look at that helmet I just found, Chris.
Well,
Holy
yeah,
crap. That's
yeah,
nice.
I forgot you could link stuff like that. Nice.
Yeah, it's sick. I know. What a good quality change, hey? Like little things like that really make the game better.
Yeah, I do like that there are some things they improve for the game. One thing I wish they would have made bigger was the inventory, though.
Well, I mean, they really screwed us over with not being able to like mod the game. Like, be honest, right? It's
That
just
was their biggest disappointment.
it
Especially
was.
because in the beginning, they actually had the option for the TCP/IP
Yeah.
back in the beta,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden it was just gone. It's like, oh, we were never actually going to keep it in the main game, but they did have it in the beta for testing, and then they just outright removed it as soon as release hit.
Yeah, that's
Or maybe even in one of the beta versions, but
Yeah.
I swear that I saw it in one, and then it was just gone for the next one.
that's really silly. Like, what makes them choose to do something like that? Because it was in the old game. Why don't you just let the fans? I mean, there are countless good modders out there that have spent a lot of their life just developing these awesome mods that go along with this game. And it would only be a dream come true for them to get their hands on this because it would just heighten what they've done, right? But to just
Exactly.
tell them no,
All made basically more expansion content that Blizzard has made in many of their games, all put together.
oh, big time. It's literally just power tripping is what it is. It's power control.
Well, they really showed their reluctance to let their like fans of their games
Yeah.
do anything when they released Diablo 3.
Oh man.
That was such a kick in the face to fans,
Man, Diablo 3
Everybody
was
was-
just awful.
and it's sadly one that had so much potential.
Oh, you know what, Chris? The whole auction house. Let's talk about that real quick. So, I don't know. I think I heard a rumor. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I think they want to do an auction house in Diablo 4. Isn't that insane?
I hope they don't. Like,
No.
I mean, after the failure of Diablo 3 as far as the auction house went,
Yeah.
I really don't know what to say about that. I mean, you got to think that they kept it in for such a short amount of time. You almost wonder if in some ways it was kind of a money laundering thing.
It was. Well, okay, this is what I thought it was. Ready? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna let everyone know about a Diablo 3 thing that I did a long time ago, and Chris was around during that time. I've known Chris for a long time, so we were so excited for Diablo 3. When it popped, we're like, yeah, man, this game is great. We're playing it. And then it's like that relationship you have with somebody, like a girl or a guy, I don't care, right? And you start to see the little fine crap that they're starting to do, and it's like, well, okay, the honeymoon phase is gone. And then I'll go and try to kill some monsters, and nothing's dropping. Little blue items with stats like intelligence, and I was playing a barbarian, right? The stats will be all messed up, and it's like, what's going on? And Inferno mode, they made it so tough that you literally had to have Inferno gear to beat the mode. It was so dumb. You remember that,
So
Chris?
tell people what you would spend hours and hours doing.
Yeah. So I would spend hours and hours breaking pots. Yeah. You know, pots in this game, like weapon rack right here. Oh, let's go loot that. Let's loot this chest, right? I couldn't kill the monsters. So I'm like, okay, so if I loot enough of these stupid, like, urns and, like, these, like, breakable things, I'll finally get a legendary. I did 1,000 runs on that, and I got one stinking legendary, and it was crappiest thing I've ever gotten. And yeah, I stopped playing the game shortly after that because I was sick of it.
I don't know how you had the patience for that, man.
I don't know.
I look back at those times, and it's like you spent hours and hours and hours in a game breaking pots and just doing it over and over again.
It was brutal. And okay, I want to say this, right? I truly believe that what they were doing was this. Blizzard themselves was taking all the items. There was a finite amount of items in the game. They themselves would put the items on the auction house for real money. And that's the only way you would get those items because they wouldn't drop in the game. It would be so rare to find something in the game because all those items are already on the auction house. That's not fun. Do you want to play a game like that, Chris?
Not even a bit.
Exactly. That's why it died, man. That's why the game died. And I'm glad.
It died for many reasons. That would just be wrong. But I remember the trailer first came out way back in, I think 2008 or 2010.
Yep.
That one where you saw the barbarian doing the leap and just, it was the initial trailer for the game, the gameplay trailer. And it looks so good with the different kinds of potions you would get. Just a lot that you could do. The barbarian would have an advantage because of leap, and you could cross little chasms and stuff, but you could go up and down the ladders. There was so much to the game back then.
There was.
They just botched it in the end.
Yeah, it was awful. Like, there's only one good thing about Diablo 3 that I loved, and I think a lot of people can agree that's a really good factor about it, was the combat and how good the rune system was. Like, being able to change your build out whenever you wanted, because you just selected another rune to put into that skill itself, totally changed your build. And I kind of like that, right?
I mean, you can't say Diablo 3 was all bad. It
No.
really, as far as the game engine goes, it was phenomenal.
It
was very
was.
fluid. It had some really, it had a lot of things that were good, but as far as the motivation for the game, it really fell short in a lot of areas.
It honestly, yeah, it did. It's so sad. And that's where modders would have came in, you know, they would have fixed those mistakes that Blizzard made. But hey, you know what? No modding. Here's an auction house. You know, go screw yourself kind of thing. I'll TP to you. Can you give me a TP?
Of course.
There we go.
I died somewhere a little back here, but
Oh, hey, zombie head. That's pretty funny. You know, what would you do with a zombie head, Chris? You take all the teeth out and, you know, the necromancer, you know how he runs around naked, right? So he he would take the teeth out of the zombie head and just wrap it around his thing, and then that's the only armor he's got. He's got a zombie head dangling down there by his unit.
what are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Just the zombie head.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were going somewhere with that. Sounded like you were going somewhere with that.
Yeah. Oh, that's how I envisioned the necromancer, right? He's got no armor, you know, goes through the game butt naked. So he's got to have, I mean, like, the zombie's still alive, right? So it's going, like, I don't know, it's like suctioning on there. So he's got a little bit of armor against the devils.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, here, I got a TP for you, okay?
Okay. Why do I need another one?
Because I found level 2.
Oh, all right. Here I come.
Okay. Yeah, my character's getting a lot stronger now with his javelins here.
I'm constantly having to switch between the Holy Bolt and basic attack. Just because, I mean, there's quite a few demons, but once you hit an area that doesn't have them, you're basically useless with the Holy Bolts.
Yeah, it's true. But that's where, like, I come into play, and then, like, the followers and stuff, right? So you're not completely useless. You do insane damage against bosses, because all bosses are, like, demons, right?
Yeah.
And all bosses have zombie heads, so...
All bosses are demons, but not all demons are bosses. Yeah, that Holy Bolt does a lot of damage. Plus, it heals anybody that it goes through, too.
Yeah, it's nice. You're like a healer.
I think that's the only class that actually has a healing spell.
Yeah.
I was originally going to go Hammered in, as you can probably tell by my name here, but then I switched it by level 2. So I could have made another character and gone back and renamed it, but I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we've gone through Diablo 2 a little bit, and a little bit of 3. So what are your expectations for Diablo 4? The gameplay so far looks pretty decent. I will say the Druid looks kind of fun, and they've done Druid, Rogue, Barbarian, and Necromancer.
Yep, yep.
So I think there's going to be at least one more class. Do you think
You know
the
what?
parties are going to be 4 or 8 for Diablo 3?
I think I'm gonna go Druid in the new one. What about you?
I was actually thinking of going Druid.
Really? Well, I guess we're going duo Druids.
That's fine.
I mean, they're shape-shifting, right? So it's like I could be one animal, you could be the other one.
The one thing I really like, and it's something that I hope that they do stick within the game, is that you know how they have the Druid in this game where you'll have like Maul and a couple other attacks, but they'll be specific to the bear form?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you can put those on the hotbar, and rather than having to change into bear and then use that,
Yeah.
it looks like by using it, you turn into the bear anyway. So
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Good to hear, though. Like, I mean, Blizzard has a lot of good ideas. They just need to start using them, you know? We'll get rid of that
I mean, I
zombie
just
head,
think, like,
because I don't really want it on my unit.
okay. Well, I just think I look at the way that's set up,
Yeah.
and if they can do that with the Druid,
Yep.
like, you would use one ability and turn into the bear to do the attack, and then maybe switch to the werewolf for the next ability, and I think they're adding like a caster type
Okay.
for the Druid as well, so
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not bad. So whenever you find like wands and stuff, always pick those up because they sell for so much.
Wands, the staffs.
But Chris,
wolf
just
heads,
promise me you're not going to
anything
pick
that
up the
adds-
zombie heads, okay? Just don't do that.
I'll leave that for you. You have not safe for zombie heads.
Oh my god. Hey, I found a good shield, Chris.
Okay. Hey,
Oh, it's
here,
got
I
plus
found
10
another zombie
mana.
for you.
No way. That's really good. See, my character's so mana starved, right? So any mana item I get, it's like, it's huge, man. I've been putting a lot of
There's
stat
actually
points into my
another shield
mana.
I have. You've been putting what, sorry?
A lot of stat points into like energy.
Well, I went as high as 50 energy so far.
Oh, that's
so
pretty good.
I think that's more than enough for the time.
Yeah.
being.
Don't use any more.
Now I've been putting more points into vitality and strength and a little bit into dexterity, but not very much yet because
Yeah.
it's mainly strength that I'm going to need.
So Chris, like, what is Holy Bolt? Like, where's the magic coming from?
Well, do you have a theory or something?
I don't know, man. Is it like from the heavens or like where's that magic coming from?
It is an honor to
I'm asking
It
you.
looks like it comes right from your heart.
It comes from where?
Your heart.
Oh, right, your heart. My love. It comes straight from there.
Exactly.
Wow. Can't wait to cast another
Showering
one.
me all dead with love.
Yep. Paladin's such a swell guy. What do you think?
He's one of our finest.
I'd be really upset and wounded deep down if he ever died on the battlefield.
Well, he already did once, and you didn't seem that heartbroken up about it.
Nah, not really. Maybe I take that back a little bit. Hey, I just shopped some Magic Find gloves, Chris.
Oh, good.
You might want those because you're the Magic Find guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get my old ones back here. Take these. You can put those on. Just start building up a nice roster of Magic Find gear.
Well, as far as Magic Find goes, I'm now at 51% chance now for Magic Find.
Here, I'm gonna show everyone something. So if you press C, this wasn't here before in Diablo, like the original. But if you go over here, there's actually like this advanced stats, and that is so helpful. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, you got the quilted armor? Okay.
It's garbage. It's complete trash.
Well, actually, I'll put that on my follower.
Chris, that armor's so bad I wouldn't even wipe my butt with that.
if you did decide to, I don't imagine I would be very comfortable.
It's ethereal, so like, would my hand just go right through like broken toilet paper?
That armor's so bad, it took quite a bit of work, but I managed to wipe my butt with it.
Just
And
the
now it really
ethereal.
hurts.
It's ghost armor, right? So I'm wiping it with a ghost.
I was gonna go a completely different route. It's steel armor, and wow, why on earth did I do that? Now there's cuts and everything, and my doctor's like, what the hell happened? There's people that come in from gay orgies that don't have injuries like this.
Wipe my butt with a spooky armor.
So, Halls of the Dead is done,
Good.
and on to what's next. So, the maggot layer.
Oh yeah, maggot layer. That's actually one of the worst ones, to be honest, in this entire game. It's just such a tight corridor.
And my holy bolt spells are going to be completely useless there.
Yep. Poor Chris.
Somehow I'll survive.
I don't think he will. All right, let's go. Do we have like a waypoint or something, or do we have to run there? Oh,
I
we have
think I
dry
have a
hills.
waypoint for dry hills, yeah. So the area to... So we have to get to the far oasis. I think it might be the east or the west a little bit.
Okay. Did we explore all down here, or no?
Oh, I think I see it. It's up here.
Oh, do you? Okay.
It doesn't look like we came this way. Yep, far oasis. Right
Awesome.
where I am.
I'm on my way. Early on, the stamina consumption's awful in this game, but after you get a few levels, it becomes more tolerable. Actually, you know what? 7 Days to Die is kind of like that too.
Yeah, stamina is just the worst in the beginning, especially
Yeah.
since it's so low, you have almost no recovery.
Yep.
And I hate when you start the game and you're far away from anybody else,
Well,
and so you have to make that long trip to them.
you do. And the problem about this is like, I can understand why you would have stamina in 7 Days to Die, right? Because it's like, you're using your melee weapons, you're swinging it, it would be heavy and hard to do, right? But in this game, remove the stamina. It doesn't do anything. Just get rid of
It's
it.
one feature that they could have removed completely from the game, and it wouldn't have affected anything.
No.
I would have even been fine with them removing the stamina potions and maybe putting in something more interesting like mana regeneration potion. That would have been much more useful.
Yeah, it would have been better. We're never going to get our wish, though.
Not unless this game gets moddable.
Yeah, it won't happen. They've already put their foot down.
Well, who knows? Maybe Diablo 3 will be moddable, or Diablo 4 will be moddable.
Mm,
Not hold my breath for it,
ooh.
but Outlaw City, we don't even.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to.
Hey, I mean, all you can do is hope, but I think Blizzard has basically decided to take the route of everything's going to be online only, it's going to be only on their servers, and no more mods for their games. Which, it's such a shame, because you look at a lot of the other games,
Yeah.
and Blizzard does one thing right, and that's their game engine.
Yeah, it's true. It's the only thing they're good at. It seems like they've lost their way in a lot of ways, but like when it comes to the actual gameplay, it's always good. It's always so crisp. So they have a formula down. It's not like, why would you have to change a formula like that, right? You wouldn't. They're only trying to make more money. That's all they're trying to do.
And the weird thing is that even if money is their goal,
Yeah.
it's something that I don't get, the whole reluctance to let anybody mod it, because people would still have to buy the game to be able to play it and actually install the mods. So
Yep.
by completely closing the door on that entire market, I don't see how that's a benefit to me.
It's not.
I mean, people still buy copies of Diablo 2 because it had such good mods. But I don't know, I think that they really botched the idea because they wanted too much control and they didn't want their fans to have any kind of take in
No.
it.
Yeah, no takes on their game kind of thing, right? But I mean, let's give them a little bit of credit. At least they're still working on this game, right? Just a bit. So not all hope is lost.
That is true.
We got to give them a small amount of credit. At least they they left the game, no monetization, no skins or whatever you want to call it, right? They kind of left it alone, and I respect them a little bit for that.
They have been rehashing a lot of content. Like with World of Warcraft, they recently released Wrath of the Lich King, the basically classic server for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if you had a World of Warcraft account, that you could still play it, but they were selling heroic and epic versions for I think $69.99 and $99.99.
Yeah.
US. So that was like, or maybe that was that much in Canadian.
Oh yeah.
US it was a bit less. And the only thing you would get was just like a few cosmetic items for your main account.
That's it. Hey, I found it, by the way. PP's up.
Right. Be there in a sec. I'm just killing off some stuff.
Yep. This is probably the worst place you can ever be in this game. Minus maybe the Arcane Sanctuary, just because of how dense the population of animals and like creatures down here are. And then also just like, it's just claustrophobic. This place is terrible.
I don't know. I think the Mega Layer does have some interesting aesthetics to it.
It does,
Visually,
but
it looks pretty cool.
the problem is how hung up you can get on other people, right? Like you can't pass through them. I feel like you should, like in a game like this, you should be able to go through your party members, right? Like just walk through them.
Yeah, kind of like in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It didn't matter how many people there, you could just walk through them all.
Oh man, imagine if you couldn't in WoW. Like you just can't do it anymore. No more walking through people. You know how many people will be so mad about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at release days for expansions,
Mm-hmm.
people could just block a door. They
Yeah.
did that.
That would be it. They get on their biggest mount they can possibly get on, and then block the door. Good luck.
I remember the early days playing Media in Excel,
Yep.
and the Necromancer actually had a build where they would use totem. And trying to use some down here, well, it was an early version of Media in Excel, so it didn't even have the unsummon ability.
Oh.
So I basically cast a couple here and was stuck.
Yeah, because your minions don't do a lot of damage, right?
Well, you couldn't unsummon the totems. You can't attack your own totem. So that was it. I just couldn't move, and I had one on either side of me, and couldn't even get to my town portal. That was it.
So you just had to like save
okay,
and
well,
exit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I mean, since then they have put in the ability to unsummon things for the Necromancer for his totem build, but that was an early one. It's just like, oh man, that just sucked.
That would be so bad, honestly.
And with Media in Excel, you have to be extremely careful with your builds. So it basically meant that I couldn't do anything with the Maggot Layer.
Yeah,
I
that's
was relying entirely on totems, and yeah, that was it.
that's a bit unfortunate, honestly. Do you want this ring? I just found a 15% magic find.
Nah, you can probably just sell.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell that one. I think we're
Okay.
good on magic find for now, hey?
I think I'm stacking too much Magic Find and not enough other items. So
Yeah,
I think I'm done for the time being for Magic Find.
that's okay. You want me to get in front of you? I do a lot of damage.
All right.
Here, switch me spots here somehow. There we go. Like, you have amazing AoE, but I'm a really good single target damager.
Which is great for these narrow tunnels.
Yep. Level
Yeah,
17.
just,
Not
one
bad.
thing would have been nice. That would have been nice is kind of just like a potion button instead of having to constantly fill up your belt there. Like Diablo 3 did that right. At least.
Like
Where
a
it's just
one-click
all you had
potion
was-
button?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
always just bound to the Q key.
Yeah.
Like you could bind something else, but it would have been nice if there were more options as far as potions go.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Like different potions. How about, I know they have like a few in this game. It's like antidote. There's the thawing one. There's, I think that's it actually. But how about more? More selection, right?
Yeah,
What if they took like runes and stuff to make really good ones? I don't know. Just switch it up, right?
yeah. Diablo has a lot of different things they could do.
Yeah.
A lot of it relies on Blizzard actually kind of expanding the things they have. They used to do that much better.
They did, yeah. I don't know. It's just like they kind of fell out of ideas or something like that. Or just, they didn't listen to fans as much as they should.
There's a kind of hubris where it's like, well, we could listen to the fans and give them what they want, even though it's not our ideas. But we only want to put our ideas in because we're better since we developed the game.
Yeah, it's not always
We
like
don't
that.
need any improvement.
It's kind of a scummy thing to be.
A certain type of elitism.
Like I don't want to hate Blizzard too much. I think they're a great company. It's just they've got a lot of changing to do, right? It just seems like they're not changing with their audience. They're kind of just stuck in their way, and they just want to make a lot of money. And I get it. Money's great. It's what flows, right? You have to have money to survive as a company, right? But if you're not taking care of the people who are supporting you, then what's going to happen?
Well, you're just gonna eventually fade into non-existence.
That's right.
And,
Exactly.
I mean, even as big as Blizzard was, like they definitely are shrinking now. But there's always competition that's gonna take over that spot if you wasn't paying attention. If you're not gonna constantly rise to the next level and stay at the top, somebody's always willing to be there and knock you out.
It's so true. Here's a TP.
Okay.
That's your first death, Chris. Uh-oh, buddy. You only got one left.
Wait a sec. One left.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to delete your character.
Well, that makes sense. Never gonna happen, but yeah, it makes sense. That's the good thing about the softcore games, that you can just sit here and casually go through.
I usually play on hardcore mode, but you know, if you die early on, like what kind of show am I putting on for everybody, right? Like what kind of show is that if I just die off and it's like, oh Chris, I'm sorry, we gotta start over, right? No, I'm sorry. We're not doing that. You gotta, this is, you know, you gotta keep it PG, right?
I can't carry anymore.
The corruption begins to fade. Are you seeing that?
Yep, that's new corruption areas. Do you know about that?
No.
Yeah. So they put in areas that are harder than even bosses now. And
Okay.
the entire zone is just covered with insane creatures. And it turns like a purple hue. Like we might be able to get into some of those games. Those will be really fun. Later on though.
So wouldn't that mean that our game kind of has that, or no?
Yeah, it does. No, actually, I think you have to kill Bale first, and then our game would definitely have that.
Okay. Then why
Be-
would it appear in our game?
It's just showing like, it's like server wide, right?
Okay.
So let me give you an example of like how it works. So say the corruption is fading. It was at a particular point of like, let's just say, the Chaos Sanctuary, right? That's where it was. It'll stay there for about an hour, and then it'll start fading, and it'll go to a new zone. And then that's where you go to get that terror zone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's constantly changing, so you don't have to farm the same place all the time.
But you never really know where it is then.
No, it'll always tell you. Always. So it's gonna make our farming a lot better, like late game here.
Yeah, I guess we'll see it eventually.
Oh yeah. Thank goodness we're almost done with this crappy place.
I hear how the poison for that is just so extreme
It's brutal.
that you'll never really. I mean, unless you use all your health potions, you won't really stay above 1 health.
It literally just killed my follower. As you were saying that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that the followers just drop down to 0 health, whereas we go down to just 1.
Yeah, I could never make sense of that. Like, why are they considered like fragile? How can we sit at 1 but they can't? I don't know. It's weird.
So we have a bit more lightning resistance, 75.
Nice. $75, hey? It's not too bad.
Yeah, 76 actually.
Wow.
Back to the faraway system.
Not level 15? Oh my god. When is my follower going to be level 15? This is crazy. I think I have to hire a new one real quick.
Kind of weird. It wouldn't really cap at a level, would it?
Yeah, he should be leveling up, but he's not. So we'll just get a new one here. I took defense, right? Is that the one I took, or did I take offense?
Well, you said you took defense.
Oh
but
no,
is there
I
one
took
that has prayer?
I took blessed aim.
Okay.
I am overburdened.
The followers in this game had some good variety.
Yeah, they did, honestly. Take a sip of water real quick.
So maggot layer, then we'll just get through Lost City and continue on from there, or just
Oh
call it
yeah,
there.
let's continue on. Let's give him a
Okay.
playthrough here.
I'll put that to good use. Thus,
Oh, that's a nice spear. Holy crap. My mercenary's going to be putting out some work now.
About time. My rogue's been carrying us this whole game.
Yeah, sure. I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's the story I'm going with.
Yeah, it's a bad story, Chris. It sounds
I did
make-believe.
find the Lost City. It was somewhere south.
Okay. It sounds make-believe, Chris, because you still believe in Santa Claus.
Who doesn't believe in Santa Claus?
You
I mean,
do.
how else do we get presents at Christmas?
I don't know. The last couple of years, I've just been receiving coal, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, I mean, that's completely understandable, Aaron.
It's like, and then this one
Just listen
year,
to the conversation.
you have
We
no
don't
idea what was
deserve
under
it.
that tree.
Just look at this video already, Aaron. I think it's pretty obvious he deserved that goal.
Yeah, maybe. Because of that zombie head, or like what's going on?
Let's start. We'll go with the zombie head to start.
Yeah. I mean, if I found a zombie head under the tree, like, I'd be kind of scared because, like, somebody's listening, you know? And I think it might be Santa.
It makes sense.
Dude, I'd be screwed. Like, if Santa knew what I was talking about, he could just come with that zombie head and then, like, just harass me with it.
He's always watching Aaron.
I'm sorry,
So is
Santa
Jesus.
Claus.
They both know.
Yep.
They both have plans for you in the future.
He'll bring his elves with him, and then they'll silence me, and you'll never hear from me again.
Like there's some kind of mafia.
Yep, he is the Santa Claus Mafia. You better behave,
I like that.
otherwise you're going to disappear.
Actually, that would be Krampus. This whole thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
My hit seems to be really low right now. I want more demons to appear.
You'll get more demons. Oh, as soon as we're in, like, the Chaos Sanctuary, you're going to have a lot of fun there. Well, I'll be right back. I just need to get some more mana potions.
Okay. Actually, I had a bunch of those, but oh well, too late.
I'm so sad.
There's nothing the right poison can't cure.
Found a couple undead, so. My
By the
spells
way,
just tear them apart.
I don't know if you knew this, Chris, but if you combine 3 of the lesser rejuvenation potions, you'll make a full one.
I thought you had to do 3 health and 3 mana ones.
No, oh, that makes a rejuvenation. Yeah. But like if you put together 3 of the big ones or the purple ones, you'll make a full one. So how much damage are you doing now? Just curious.
Well, my Holy Bolt does 84 to 94. My basic attack, 28 to 71.
Wow. My stabbing power strike is 2 to 181. But that's only single target.
Well, the 2 is not so good, but the 101 is good.
Yeah, I mean, the chances of you hitting like a 2 is pretty slim.
But it does happen.
It does, yeah.
So now we have to get to the Serpent Temple.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I put a few more points into the lightning resist.
Okay.
But this build is going to just be kind of scattered a little bit.
That's okay.
Once I hit level 30 or so, I'll probably end up respecing.
I would say 45.
I think 30 because, I mean, then I'll get Fist of the Heavens and most of the abilities that I need will be already unlocked.
Okay. I would honestly look up a guide too if I were you. Just really make your character as best as possible.
I can always do that for the later respec. Because you get a total of 3 per character.
That's if you make it there, Chris. I don't think you're gonna make it there, buddy.
I'll show you. You wanted me to waste.
Oh
the
yeah?
respec earlier.
What are you gonna do? Put a zombie head under my Christmas tree, Chris?
How's that going to show you anything, Aaron? You would enjoy that. Sick. Expletive.
That's it,
No
Chris.
swearing, so.
Next character I make, I'm naming him Zombie Head.
And what is it going to be?
A necromancer.
Obviously.
Yeah. There's something about this desert map, it really trips me up because it's like everything looks the same around the borders, doesn't it?
Yeah. Kind of like the Kuros Forest as well.
Oh, you mean that stupid jungle, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. I found the Valley of the Snakes. Here's a TP.
Okay.
The Claw Viper Temple.
I hope I know what I'm doing.
Did you get that, Chris?
I got that, Aaron.
The Claw Viper Temple.
There's actually some decent Diablo artwork about this place.
Is there?
Looks pretty cool.
Where do you find that?
DeviantArt.
Oh, cool. DeviantArt is nice. It's a good place to go.
It has taken a bit of a bad turn over the last little while.
It used to be really popular back when I was like in high school. Like 10 years ago. It was like super, super popular.
Yeah, and even up till just a few years ago was still pretty popular.
Mhm.
And then they start just making these really bad changes. I don't know why they've done that.
Like, what kind of changes were they making there?
So just the interface as far as, like, if you want to save any pictures or delete pictures of people you're following, they made it a lot more tedious.
Tedious, eh? Okay. So, like, just tough to understand?
Well, not tough to understand. So, say you're following, like, a bunch of people and you've already seen their artwork.
Yeah.
Well, you could kind of just click a box around a huge collection of pictures, and then she was removed from notifications, so they're gone.
Okay.
Now you have to do each one individually, and it's like, why on earth would they do that?
That's really weird. I don't know. Seems like a lot of people are making some strange choices lately.
Yeah. It's all Bill Gates' fault.
We're
He's behind it all.
there's no more humans left in the world, Chris. It's all run by AI.
That internet theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting theory where they talk like I'll actually have to look it up from what I remember.
Yep.
People kind of got sick of the internet, and it's not filled with people so much anymore.
Yep.
Like a very small percentage. It's mostly just AI and bots and stuff,
Well,
making it look as if the internet is well populated, but maybe like 5% of the people that actually post are real people posting things.
that's really scary. Well, there was a point proven by Elon, right, with Twitter, and he did the thing where, like, what was it again?
The bot collection? Like,
No, the World War III thing. Remember?
Oh, yeah. So
So
he did a
explain that.
poll where something about like, do you support nuclear war with the whole Ukraine thing?
Yeah.
And it started off, and so many people were against it, and then all of a sudden it flipped, and it's like 60% of the people supported like a nuclear strike or early strike or something against Russia.
I don't know. Yeah, that
Deal with
seems.
this. And it's like that many people supporting an actual nuclear solution of something is just insane.
That's scary.
Because you talk to any normal people and they'd be against it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you have to think that like a few people that are high up in government would actually support it.
Yep.
So they basically use these bot farms and everything to make it seem like it's supported by the public.
That's true. Yeah.
Whereas it shouldn't be at all.
So the point he was trying to prove was like there's a lot of bots, right? And then they don't know any better, so they're just gonna press yes. And that's the point he's trying to make.
Well, you see it so much. Like I don't think you even use Twitter, but
No, I don't.
if you did, like I follow a lot of Republicans on there, and one of them, Lauren Boebert, posted something kind of mocking something Biden did recently, where he's like, "I have 2 words: made in America." So he kind of mocked that. It's like,
Yeah.
2 words, let's go, Brandon. And she had a bunch of blue check marks, but just her page within minutes was filled up with all these people calling her stupid. Like, that's 3 words, that's 3 words. And you look at Twitter, and you can usually tell the bots pretty easily because it's a name or 2 names and then followed by a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just so many people. Like, if you're responding to her tweet within minutes at that high of a number,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely bots.
Oh, it's 100% bots. There is so many bots on the internet. It's unbelievable. And people don't realize it.
They use those to make it look like their ideas are popular, and they're really not.
Yep. Well, that's what bots are, right? Hey, this person liked it. There's a lot of likes from people. Well, no, that's actually not people. I'm sorry to break it to you. That's why YouTube's cracked down so hard on like bots, right? You'll see like you'll gain a bunch of subs and then they'll go away, like randomly. Like it's like, whoa, where'd they go, right? I think those were bots. I really believe so. And YouTube is like,
I don't know if YouTube is doing too much to crack down on it.
I think they are.
I mean, there's 2 really big examples from Twitter where when Elon first announced he was going to be buying, and it looked like he was going to be buying pretty soon,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, a bunch of people that politically were on the right
Yeah.
got a huge bump up in subscriptions.
That's weird.
And then when it looked like Elon was within days of buying Twitter,
Yeah.
all of a sudden a bunch of bot accounts just disappeared. People lost a lot of subscribers, and it's like it's too convenient.
Yeah.
Like, are they covering up the fact that they are promoting these bots and behind all the funding for all these bots, or what? But something just very fishy is going on.
Something doesn't add up. I know what you mean. It's a war against AI, basically.
I mean, look how absolutely crazy they were when Elon was looking to buy Twitter. I mean, the freaking CEO of Twitter cried.
You did, yeah.
It's like, Yeah, why
Who
the
was
hell
that
would
one
you
guy
try?
who actually killed himself? What was that all about?
That I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're referring to there.
Yeah, some like CEO of some company killed himself. I don't think it's related to like what we're talking about, but you know, people do go crazy, and that's a real thing, right? But yeah, I don't know. Back to the Elon
Well,
thing.
well, actually, a little side note on that. You look, China is an example where they had those basically sweatshops and factories and everything where people were essentially being worked to the point where they went to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of doing anything to improve the conditions, what they did was install nets around the building. So it's like, oh, they're going to kill themselves by jumping off. Well, let's make nets so they can't kill themselves because that's a more sensible solution. Why improve the condition of the area? Let's just make it so they can't kill themselves.
That's horrible,
Like,
man.
keep going about the way we were before.
That's actually so horrible. Be honest.
It is. China is insane.
It's just
All right, so we got through the Claw Viper Temple.
Yep. Okay, so we have both the
More grinding to get some better gear, but as far as getting through this game, we're doing pretty good.
well, as soon as you start getting some more like best in slot items for your character, of course, you're gonna see a noticeable increase in your damage. And it's gonna take like areas that were hard to farm before and make them a little bit easier.
I usually in this game try and rush to get to the Bale runs and then just do that for like 10 or 15 levels and get some good stuff.
Well, what we can do is actually do some Bell runs and do Diablo runs and just change it up, right? Because all of the bosses actually drop different stuff from one another.
That's true. That's why people kind of hyper focus on certain bosses
Yeah, that's true.
or certain area runs like the Pindo run, Bale runs, Chaos Sanctuary runs.
Well, since we're doing the duel, I like how we're not getting rushed and we're actually like enjoying the game as intended, and that's what I really appreciate.
All right, so this is the tome.
Okay, let's go. We're almost there, buddy.
Logs instead.
Jeez, I can't believe that wizard bodied you like that, hey?
Oh, he just destroyed me.
Oh my goodness.
I was kind of just yammering away and not paying attention.
But dude, he destroyed you.
It's one of the reasons I don't play hardcore, especially for like recording, because we already would have had to start me over 3 times by now.
Yeah, I'm actually surprisingly so good at hardcore mode, hey?
Meanwhile, I don't really put a lot of focus on that. Like, I definitely get through games pretty quickly. Like, when God of War comes out, I'm going to be just getting through that in 1 weekend.
God of War? Oh, the new
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Ragnarok coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
November 9th, I believe.
Oh, wow. That is going to be a good game. I can already tell. Those developers make such crisp games, and it's every single one of them delivers what you want.
Well, they always push the system they're developing on to the limit. Like God of War
do.
3,
Yep.
they push the PlayStation 3 to its freaking limit.
I don't know why a
And
lot of
all
other
the games
people
that
don't
came
do that.
Yeah. For all the games that came out for it, like God of War stands out because they got the lighting just looking amazing. They got just really epic battles and just did so much with it. Whereas for all the games that came out, it's like no one else really pushed it that far.
No, they really didn't. Do you think it might be because they don't know how to do that? Or like, what is the problem there?
I think almost to the point that they're kind of just trying to rush through everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how is it that God of War can put out such a crisp game in, you know, maybe the same amount of time as other people, but it turns out so much better?
It's the same amount of time. I think
You don't think so?
I think they take a little bit longer. I think when a system is set to develop,
Yep.
they are already well into the process of knowing the specs that the system has and just what they can do with it.
Okay. So they're just well more like thought out then, right?
Well, other developers, I think, are kind of playing catch up. It's like, oh, well, we were developing games for the PlayStation 2 up until after the PlayStation 3 was released, and now they're just trying to catch up.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it kind of seemed that way, and it's probably very accurate what you're just saying right now. Oh man, I hate picking up stupid arrows, hey? Isn't that so irritating? You pick up... yeah. You know what? This game needs a loot filter. That's what it needs.
Yeah, that's one thing there are other games that have that.
Yep.
Path of Exile did add some things that were probably well desired by fans
Yeah.
that this game could probably use.
I don't want to poop on, you know, Path of Exile in any way, but I've never really been a fan of that game. It just felt... It felt off for some reason. Like, every time I played it, and I'm not hating on it or anything, I know a lot of people really dig that game, but it felt really off. I don't know. What do you think?
I couldn't get into it either. I mean, you look at the trailers and it's like, the gameplay itself looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. It's just, I never really... Maybe it's because I didn't devote enough time to it, or maybe... I don't know, it's just, like, I never really hit the high level, but I could never find myself devoting enough time to it.
No, me either. It felt strange. Like, you know how a game like this, it just feels so smooth, we're having a great time playing. That game, it just hits a weirdo point of the game, and it's like, everything kind of looks the same, and like, nothing's changing in the game. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird thing. You'd have to go try for it yourself, and maybe you'll have a different opinion than me or him, right? But I can't do it.
My theory is that it has a lot to do with a very hyper-realistic art style.
Okay.
Where it's like they've tried to make the characters look very realistic, so you have kind of the old-looking Templar, which is similar to a Paladin, I guess, in that game.
Yeah.
And if you really wanted to, you could kind of build all the characters to be the same. So they have different starting points on this big Final Fantasy X grid.
Yeah.
And you just build up points along the way, but you could essentially build each character to be the exact same.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
You really wanted.
You could, yeah. Did Final Fantasy sort of have that like talent system too, or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like the starting ones are kind of what sets you apart.
Yep.
So the Witch will be a little bit different in the beginning than the Templar, because they'll have different abilities to start off with, but you can eventually get to the point where you'll be at the same point in the tree, and you can do that with every class. So if you really wanted to, you could have your Templar having the same skulls in the end as the Witch.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Oh yeah. So basically what you're saying is like, if you spend enough points and you're high enough level, you could literally be like any other class and there's really no telling it apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aside from the appearance.
Exactly. Okay. So just the
But
model
it's that
then.
combined with the really hyper-realistic appearance of everything, the very dark atmosphere, and I don't know, it's just so many areas kind of feel the same. And
They
it
really
feels like-
do.
It feels like it really doesn't guide you in the beginning so much.
No.
So I know I really hate on the fact that so many games have tutorial, but it feels like in that game, there is so much to absorb in the beginning that,
Yeah.
you know, you can use a little bit of guidance just from the start to sort of get things going.
It's so true. I agree with you. Like, I don't want to be a crybaby and be like, oh, I need a tutorial because I suck at video games or something like that, right? But game is a lot, man. It's hard to take it in.
Well, that and a really weird currency system too.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have gold at all.
No.
What you do is you trade items for other items.
Yeah, it's super strange. It's so bizarre, actually. Like, you get little
For
orbs
something
and
like that,
stuff.
you can kind of use a quality indicator.
Yeah. Yeah, the trading's very weird in that game. At least in this game, you know, you got your gold. I mean, gold in this game's useless too, right? But, you know, you understand the items more, and that's what you trade with. You get runes, you get the items. I don't want to say it's better, but it just makes more sense, right?
Well, you need a kind of currency that you can understand, and you look at that, and it's like you're getting little fragments of scroll, fragments of identity, and it's hard to really relate to that.
Exactly. It feels really alien. Oh man, we're almost at Daryl here. You ready for a battle?
I'm ready for it.
All right. We should probably go and gear up at the shop real quick before we do this.
My Holy Bolt is now at level 12, 104 to 116.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so what you could do is you can line it up so you laser beam him and then you heal me at the same time.
It is
Alright, so
an
I'm just going to town quickly as well.
Okay.
Good evening.
So if you drink thawing potions, it gives you cold resistance and they stack, right? So if you drink one of them, it's like 2 minutes, and if you drink like 10 of them, obviously you're like going 10 minutes with the cold resistance. Very helpful.
Oh, I'm just gonna grab a couple then.
Sure. All right, I'm ready to rock whenever you are.
Okay, don't close out the town portal yet.
Okay. Oh crap, where's the staff?
I already put the staff.
Oh,
in
I
the
see.
slot.
I was looking at my bank panicking. I'm like, what? Did I drop the staff? Like, what's
You
going on
lost
here?
the staff.
Oh my god.
So,
Ready?
it's open. Yep.
Go, go, go. He one-shotted my follower, Chris. Oh, your healing spell is amazing. Holy crap. Dude, we have a dream team, don't we?
With you getting spells from that, it's great.
Wow, what a dream team. This is the best combo. Just a big melee guy in the front and oh crap, I might die. So there's an amulet,
Not
there's
on
some...
my watch. I'll definitely take that shield.
See what these boots are. There's some run walk speed boots there for you if you want.
I'll take those.
Yep. What was that amulet?
I get it. Yeah, I got it. Just 1 second. 10% caster faster cast rate.
Okay.
I can actually just link it.
Yep. That's pretty sick, dude. Do you think I might be able to use that since I'm frontlines?
You want that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much.
No problem.
We'll find you... I mean, you did get boots, so it's not like you got nothing there. I think you got a good shield, too.
I can't pick up the scythe.
Dude, we killed Dario. Good job.
And I still have to identify that shield, which I'll do back in town.
Nice.
At least they did clean up even the cinematics too.
Yeah.
God, I don't know if you remember the old one, but the one where he fights against Bale there, man, was that ever so badly pixelated.
Oh, it was ugly. I mean, it is what it was for, like, the time being, but, like, they really made a beautiful one. It looks good now.
It does.
Greedy, Jaren. Hello.
Okay, I headed over to Act 3.
I'm just getting this shield identified finally.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a big up group. 30% faster block rates, 20% increased blocking. Actually, why do I keep saying it? I can just link it.
Yeah, you can link items. It's pretty sick. Oh, wow, look at that shield. It's a really good shield because it's got so much resistance on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be a
That's a nice
walking
big
tank
upgrade
with
from it.
that. Holy crap.
You.
All right, so I think we're going to end the video there tonight. We made a lot of progress.
Before we do, I did get this, so I don't know if you want that or not.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Can I have that right now?
Yep.
Oh my
I'll
god, he
make sure.
found some spears for me. That's amazing. Those are so good. Wow. I'm so shocked.
sec. I have to go talk to a few random people.
Okay, I'll just chill here. Oh man, the progress we made tonight is unbelievable. Had some good talks too. It was awesome.
So we did the sewers before we started, but we got through everything else.
Well, yeah, we actually did Act 1 first, but that's so boring. Everyone does Act 1 first, and you know, just excel the speed run a little bit. Well, we're not doing a speed run. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, Chris, we're doing a
If you haven't
speed
seen Act 1 by
run.
now, then I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just an idiot, Chris. Telling everybody we're doing a speed run.
No, I mean, if they haven't seen Act 1 yet, then I don't know what to tell them about that.
Yeah, you don't know this game if you haven't seen Act 1. Cool. Really nice upgrade, Chris.
And I got a nice little shield, so that's going to help out.
Oh, good. Look how fast you are, too. Holy crap.
Greetings.
Yeah, it increases. Oh, that's the boots. 20% of fees.
Those are nice boots,
Wrong
not gonna lie.
block.
All right, buddy. So you want to end it off there tonight?
Yeah, that is a good place to end it. So next up is Act 3.
Yep. All right. See you guys later. Bye.